All right. Hello, hello. Happy Friday. Today is December 8th, 2023. And can you believe it? 3.5 more weeks will be 2024. 2024. Can you believe it? I don't know what the weather's been like where you are.
Hello, hello.
Here,
Happy
it's
Friday.
been snowing,
Today is
it's been
December.
cold. The other day it kind of teased us, warmed up to about 50 degrees. It seemed like spring again, but it is definitely getting colder and winterier. Winterier, is that a word? Winterier? Well, if not, I just made it up. So your new word for the next month is winterier. more, more and more like winter. Winterier. There you go. I have a friend that has a platform called Not a Word, and so you can make up words and describe them. It's kind of a fun thing. So, yeah, so it's December 8th, 2023. 2024 is just around the corner. So, how do you feel about goals? Some people set goals each year, and I'm pretty good about going to the gym at least 2 or 3 times a week at least, and I also enjoy jogging out. There's some walking trails near me, so I like to jog, walk, run out on those walking trails. But come December, it's just too cold. I'm not a thick-skinned person as far as the cold weather, so you'll see me out there again sometime in March, more than likely. Um, Otherwise, I'm going to the gym. So, so what are your plans for the new year? What are your goals? What are your intentions? What are your manifestations? What are you creating for the new year? And does that include anything to do with your business? Because they say that some of the main categories are health, wealth, see, there's the 4 F's, I believe. It's faith, fitness, um, finance, or another way to say it is health, wealth, and wellness, and then relationships. Those are kind of the four main areas that people kind of look at. Of course, how's my body looking, right? Depending on how that's going in January or right before that, people may get those gym memberships. But isn't it interesting if you do go to the gym consistently, you watch the people January 1st, and then usually by either February 1st or February 15th, there gets to be less and less people at the gym, right? It's like I've heard that if someone goes to an event where there's a speaker, a famous, motivational speaker, whoever that is for you, whoever your favorite motivational speaker is, I've heard that when those speakers suggest to get a certain book, and it could be someone else's book, it could be their book, whatever the case may be, only something like 2% of those people will actually get the book. Well, then the problem is how many people actually read it cover to cover. And that may be another 1 to 2% of those people that actually buy the book and get it will actually read it. Or, if they buy a course online, how many people, first of all, will buy the course if it's recommended to them? And then how many of those people that buy the course will actually get to the end of the course and put those things into practice, right? That's the key. So what are your goals for the new year? What are you intending on happening for the new year? And does it have anything to do with finance or business? um, a lot of people are realizing, things are costing more. You've probably noticed this. Things are costing more than they did 3 or 4 years ago. And so there's really a few options with that. Then, if things cost more than they did, you can either live off less. If things cost a lot of things cost 3 times more than they did a few years ago, then one option is to live off of a third of your income that you did before. Now, for most people, that's tough to do. That's tough to do unless you're living in a tent somewhere. That's going to be really tough to do. And this time of year, in my area, in the cold weather, I apologize. Sorry, not sorry, but I'm not going to be living in a tent in December where I live. That's for sure. So forget that idea. So that's one option, which really isn't very feasible for most people, or to have some additional income stream. It could be, getting a second job, starting a business, or growing your business, depending on what your situation is. And so if finance has anything to do with your goals, then let's talk about that. If you're not interested in doing anything finance related, you can still listen if you'd like, or you can shut this video off right now to go do something else, because that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about is some ways, some tips that you can use to grow your finances somehow the next year, specifically with a business. If you have a business, there's a couple tools that I have, actually several tools, but a couple tools that I'll mention. And with those, you can grow your business. Now, if you don't have a business, you may consider starting a business. One of the platforms that I'm on early in the year, near the start of the year, their goal is January 1st. Whether that happens, I'm not sure. You know how those things are. Sometimes you build a house, you do a project, and sometimes it takes twice as long as you think, right? And so I'm not going to overpromise here, but near the first part of the year, their goal, their intention is to have courses available online. So if you have some knowledge, something that you can share with other people, then you could put together a course and offer that to other people for sale. So I was just thinking earlier this morning, so let's say, just as an example, that you had a cleaning business where you go around and clean people's houses. So you might think, well, it doesn't really do much good what you're talking about. I can't teach a course. Well, what if you could? What if you could? What if you cleaned homes for your business, just as an example? You could probably apply this to almost any other business, but let's say you cleaned homes for your business. One thing that you could do is you could just start, if you started cleaning homes, you could clean any homes that are out there, right? But let's say a few years went by and you're realizing you're working hard, but not getting, perhaps you're not getting the money that you